Welcome to the Cruise Retreat Podcast. Hi, I'm Rita Perez, and I'm a travel advisor specializing in, you guessed it, cruise ship retreats. This podcast is for service-based entrepreneurs and corporate decision makers to learn more about staying everyone's favorite company with a cruise ship retreat. Ready to increase your client or employee retention? Listen in on this week's show. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. So nice to have you here again for another week for maybe what might be my favorite C in cruise retreat planning, which is Captivate, because those are all the special little moments, the surprise and delights that you can add to your retreat program that aren't necessarily what someone would think would be included in a program. These are all the different things that you are going to add to really make the warm fuzzies come out. And I know some of you may be like, but actually I think most of you are going to be like, yes, because we really groove into that. And that's really why we love doing what we do. And we love giving transformations to our clients. And we love going above and beyond for our clients, for our team members. And that is why I think even just the whole concept of changing your retreat and putting it on a cruise ship is a whole Captivate in itself. I mean, you are doing things way different than so many other people are, because I know what the majority of people are telling you is to get to a hotel or retreat center, conference room, blah, 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 all of that, which, I mean, I've attended different events that way, and that is all fine and dandy. Will I still go to attend that way? Heck yeah. I feel like they have their own benefit to them. But there is a whole different benefit when you are, one, able just to unpack once on a cruise ship and then being able to visit a lot of different destinations. But two, just that camaraderie and the connection that you feel while you are traveling, that is just so captivating. So getting into that, what are some of the things that you can do? And I think we have to look at some of the stages differently also, because you have your pre-stage, and your pre-stage can be a lot of fun because that can be sending things out to gear people up and get people excited for the programming that you're about to have. This can be a call or an in-person event right before this program happens so that you can get everyone together, meeting in person or meeting online, and then you meet on person on the ship. But you want to start building that connections and that community. So what are you going to do before you even head off? And then when we're thinking about on the cruise, so let me save that for last, because that's going to be a meaty situation there. Because then you want to think post-cruise. What are you going to do to keep the connections alive? How are you going to evaluate this program so that you can make improvements for moving forward, for the next program that you're going to be planning? What else post-wise? Do you want to keep the connections up? Maybe these people have never met each other. They really like each other now, but there's no space for them to connect. How are you going to be making that possible for them as well? So those are some of the pre and post considerations. And then when I think to the good stuff. So even there is currently on a cruise, and then there's just before a cruise, because maybe not everybody is close together. And so you've had a Zoom call, but even before people board the ship, you want to do something special, because I always recommend coming in a day early. So what are you going to do to take advantage of that day early? Are you going to have some sort of dinner with everyone, or maybe you're going to do breakfast with everyone that they can meet each other and then you head onto the ship? There's just so many different ideas. And when you get that tailored with different things that the destinations offer that you're heading to, just the possibilities really, really are endless. But when you're thinking about the onboard experience, I really do like to separate Captivate into two separate categories, because there are things that you can utilize that are already on the ship and that will not charge you anything extra or charge your attendees anything extra. And then there are, and I think incorporating both or some of each or one of the other and not of the other, whatever you do, I just think it's going to be incredible that you are thinking about these things and you have incorporated something, because there is no right way to do it. And again, like I had mentioned in last week's episode, there's different goals that everybody's going to have in their retreat program, and your goal may require this sort of captivating procedure, but this other goal may not require that. So some of the things that you can utilize on board, and like one of the things that I really love cruising for, especially ocean cruising, are the amazing shows that you can get on board. So maybe you coordinate with everybody and say, okay, we're going to be heading to the Tuesday show all together. Let's meet at 7:45 for the show that starts at 8 o'clock or whatever it be. And that be like a really neat opportunity that everybody gets to experience an onboard show all together. Another one is that sometimes they do like different crafting things on board or different lectures, and everybody can attend those all together. Those are usually complimentary. When we're thinking about paid stuff, I start thinking about like a wine tasting or a liquor tasting. I know that can be a lot of fun. Kind of like speaking on the same vein, maybe not a formal tasting per se, but maybe you do like an outlet bar hopping. So maybe at 8 o'clock, you're going to meet at this bar. And then at 9 o'clock, you're going to meet at this bar. And then 10 o'clock, you meet at this bar. And maybe like you even extend that out and create a passport. So you gamify this and people like have to like have a certain stamp or something. Or you have to take a photo of something in that area, or like take a picture of the drink that you had or whatever it be, and like gamify and have some prizes associated with that. That's really not the bar hopping, but scavenger hunts are really, really popular. And scavenger hunts, especially on the large ocean ships, are a really great way to help people learn and navigate where things are around the ship, because those big ships can have so many things. If you were following me on social media when I was just recently on sailing on the Mardi Gras, holy cannoli. Like, it definitely took me a couple days to figure out where a lot of the things were and where I could find them. So, yeah, those are some of the things that are very either low cost or no cost. And then some ideas, if you did want to either pay for them or let people know what the costs are, is visiting specialty dining venues on the ship, or coordinating a special excursion just for your group. So it's only your group that will be attending that. Or maybe it is even like, I'm thinking on like the small river ships, maybe you want to meet some cruise members or a member of the crew, and maybe you want to just like learn a little bit of the ins and outs, or maybe you want to do a pre-session or a private session about the different excursions that are coming up or the different areas that they can travel. There's, like I said, the possibilities really, really are endless. Maybe you want to do like a fun sort of like either, I talk about doing thons a lot. So a walkathon, hopathon, something like that. Dance-a-thon, so that you can also raise some money for an organization that is very close and personal to you. So many ideas. Like, I'm trying to think what else, but I think my brain is getting a little bit fried thinking about all the cool ideas. So let me know what idea that I've mentioned here has already sparked like, ooh, that sounds cool. That sounds fun. Or maybe it sparked something else. You're kind of like, I like that walkathon idea, but I wonder if they could do it like this. Reach out to me. I would love to know your idea and see where we can brainstorm to build some of these Captivate components live to your next retreat on a cruise ship. Have a wonderful week, and I will see you here next week. Thank you for joining me on the Cruise Retreat podcast. Please subscribe and leave the show a rating on your favorite podcast platform. And don't forget to take a look at the show notes for important information and links. See you next week.